The world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. The world is going to end in 12 years.
We're going to see lava spill out into central Virginia and make temperatures in Richmond at 350 degrees.
The world is going to end in 12 years.
We're going to have tidal waves moving in.
The world is going to end in 3.
It is going to be deflected by Godzilla.
The world is going to end in 2.
Volcano 350 there for Monday. Global superstorm on Tuesday.
The world is going to end in
1.
Godzilla Wednesday.
The world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
All right, I'm holding in my hand here several pages of weird.
I can't stop reading it.
Okay, this is an interview that former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani gave with the New Yorker prior to getting in the shower. Now, I'm hung up on the shower, admittedly.
You are.
But
You're
that's
like
only
a shower
because
curtain.
it's
You're
the
so
only
hung
thing
up
that's
on it.
clear in this entire interview, right? It's the
clear
only
shower
salient fact that I can take from it.
All right, and now, first we'll bring in our guests.
Yes.
And then we have a treat for you.
I want to say something. I want to put it out there. And if you like it, you can take it. If you don't, send it right back.
We must do a dramatic reading for you and the people at home.
All right, I am playing the part of former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
I am playing the part of the New Yorker reporter.
You're going to love this.
All right, here we go. Giuliani. The president had no conversations. I shouldn't say he had no conversations. He had a few conversations about this early stage proposal that he ended somewhere in early 2016 and doesn't have a recollection of anything else, and there is nothing to support anything else. This is a story that is completely exaggerated and made up.
The New York Times just made that quote up.
Oh, I don't know if they made it up.
What are we talking about?
What I was talking about was if he had those conversations, they would not be criminal.
I know that.
If he had them, but he didn't have them?
I didn't say have the conversations. Lawyers argue in the alternative. If we went to court, we would say we don't have to prove whether it's true or not because even if it's true, it's not criminal, and that's why Mueller will not charge him with it.
That's totally lame. It's totally lame.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
In Pursuit of Truth presents a dramatic reading with your host, Sir Patrick Mack of Maplethorpe.
All right. I am holding in my hands here several pages of weird. I can't stop reading it. This is an interview that former New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani gave to the New Yorker prior to getting in the shower. Now, I am hung up on the shower, admittedly. But that's because it is the only thing that is clear in this entire interview. It is the only salient fact that I can take from it. Now, before we get to the New York interview, I want to frame what is going on here. Because Giuliani keeps on changing timelines about what President Trump knew about the Trump Tower project in Moscow. He keeps changing that timeline. Maggie Haberman of the New York Times reports that Giuliani's statements starting to trouble people. She says several people close to Mr. Trump have grown exasperated with Mr. Giuliani's public appearances. They also expressed concern that he is increasing prosecutors' anger with the president, creating a misimpression about the Trump Tower project in Moscow.
Nancy!
Hi.
Prison time's coming soon. Be ready. Donald Trump.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
In Pursuit of Truth presents a dramatic reading with your host, Sir Patrick Mack of Maplethorpe.
The last White House briefing was more than a month ago, before the shutdown began. Sanders has not taken one question from the podium about a shutdown that has impacted millions of Americans. We have to catch her in the driveway after her hits on Fox, so the briefing room sits empty.
I've chosen to cross different parts of the media world, done the work so that I'm qualified to be in each one. I never considered my color the issue. I considered my qualifications the issue.
Well, David, that's a whole nother long conversation about white privilege and things that you have the privilege of doing that people of color don't have the privilege of.
How do I have the privilege of white privilege?
David, by virtue of being a white male, you have white privilege. This whole long conversation, I don't have time to get into it.
Ariva, I hate to break it to you, but you should have been better prepped. I'm black.
Okay, then.
You do.
I stand.
See, you went to white privilege. This is the falsehood in this. You went immediately with an assumption. Your people obviously, or you didn't look. You're talking to a black man.